out of the total number of tourists who came in, ilan po yung na-monitor nyong bumalik sa kanilang bansa? At ilan po yung na-monitor nyong walang records ng departure dito sa Philippines?
I-check po namin, Kong. Pero yung event, at least po sa mga rules po, yung mga tourists, they're also allowed to extend po yung mga, yung mga
And
visa
that
nila.
will give rise to my third question. How many tourists requested for extension of their permit to stay?
We will check po the data, Congressman.
I understand, Mr. Chair, that the mandate of the Bureau of Immigration is to monitor the arrivals in the country, most especially of foreign nationals. I lament that the Bureau of Immigration is not prepared with their data as they attend our committee hearing today. That is for the record, Mr. Chair. Let us go to foreign nationals who are or who applied for working visa. Ano po ba ang requirements na hinihingi natin sa kanila?
May mga documentary requirements po, pero one of the most important requirements is yung alien employment permit na issued ng Department of Labor and Employment.
Yes, and can you give us a data of the number of foreign nationals who were issued by DOLE an alien employment certificate?
We can issue po yung data that the BI, the visas that the BI issued.
The data that the immigration issued.
Yes po.
This is the alien certificate of registration or the working visa?
Working visa po.
The working visa. What are your requirements for the issuance of working visa?
Among other, there are sets of documentary requirements, but one of the main requirements is the alien employment permit from the DOLE po.
The alien employment permit is issued by DOLE.
Opo.
So, I wish to believe na ang binibigyan nyo lang ng working visa are those who were issued by DOLE the alien employment certificate. Is that correct, Mr. Chair?
Yes po, yun lang po may AEP.
I wish to request, Mr. Chair, the Bureau of Immigration to also provide the committee, the joint committee, the data of the number of foreign nationals who came, and out of the number of the foreign nationals who entered the country, how many of them applied and were issued working visa? I understand, Mr. Chair, that the working visa has validity also.
Yes po.
What is the period of validity for a working visa?
It is coterminous with the validity of the alien employment permit po.
And how long is the alien employment certificate?
It can be from 1 year to 3 years po.
1 year to 3 years. So if the alien employment certificate that will be presented to you is 3 years, you will be giving a working visa for 3 years also.
Yes po, generally.
And do you monitor the whereabouts of these people who were issued already working visa?
Namomonitor po namin through the registration system. Through the alien registration po.
How can you monitor it through the data of the alien registration system?
Ma'am, we have also the intelligence division to monitor them.
So what does the intelligence division do?
Well, sa ngayon po, may program din po yung Bureau ng mga alien mapping. So, chine-check po nila yung mga communities ng mga presence ng mga aliens.
Because this concerns about foreign nationals and you are the agency who has jurisdiction over them to regulate their activities here. Do you do an ocular inspection, a physical inspection of the whereabouts of these foreign nationals?
Yes po, meron po.
Really?
Yes po, yes po.
Can you please cite an example of foreign nationals who were issued working visa and then you conducted a physical inspection of his current whereabouts?
Kung pwede po yung magsagot po yung Intel Division Chief namin.
Yes, please.
About the monitoring po. Okay.
Which comes first, the AEC or the visa?
AEC, requirement for the visa.
Meron pumapasok siya ba tourist?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Your Honors.
Yes, we would like to know about the process of your physical inspection of the foreign nationals which were issued working visa already? Do you do a physical inspection to determine their whereabouts, to monitor their activities after the issuance of the working visa?
Your Honor, we do have an annual report activity every year. It's a 60-day activity wherein we require all registered foreign nationals to appear in person sa mga field offices, sa mga Bureau of Immigration offices, just to check their presence dito sa ating bansa. On top of that, may mga activities din po tayo na via complaint from the public or any concerned citizens.
Mr. Chair, if I may interrupt, yun po bang na-issuehan nyo ng working visa? Lahat nag-a-update ng kanilang record sa inyong mga field offices?
That's a mandatory requirement po.
Yes, it is. But in actual practice, based on your observation, kunyari po may 1,000 kayong binigyan ng working visa. Yung 1,000 po bang yun regularly nag-a-update din?
Your Honor, there's like two types of monitoring with regard to those who have been issued of working visas or any other immigrant visas.
Mr. Chair, I wish to ask the immigration, would you agree with me if I would say na kung ang foreign national ay may ginagawang illegal activity, they will not give updates to the Bureau of Immigration? Of course.
Your
Dahil
Honor,
illegal ang ginagawa nila, di ba?
Your Honor, we're just after po sa kanilang visa status and immigration status with regard to their activities po. If it's criminal, that's beyond immigration jurisdiction. It's gonna
Nevertheless, Mr. Chair, I wish to remind the Bureau of Immigration that the issuance and possession of working visa is on the condition that they are not doing any illegal activity in the country. So it is very significant that you monitor as well, nasa na itong mga foreigners na ito? Anong ginagawa ng mga foreigners na ito? Are they involved in illegal activities already? Because if they are, then you should cancel right away the alien certificate of registration. But how would you know kung wala naman kayong extreme measure to monitor the physical whereabouts of these foreign nationals who were issued working visa?
Tama po kayo, Your Honor. The only material or order that we can implement or execute is the mission order. Yung mission order po, sad to say, cannot be used on any residential form of establishments or domicile or residence, but we can use the mission order on any business establishments po. Visitorial power po, Madam Chair, we don't have such.
You have visitorial power. You have visitorial power.
Madam Chair, it's only mission order and warrant of deportation order lang po.
What is the meaning of mission order?
Yung mission order po is an order signed by the commissioner to invite for validation and verification purposes of the status of a foreign individual or a person.
What is happening, Mr. Chair? The Bureau of Immigration is just waiting for the information which are being submitted by the foreign nationals. Do you confirm that, Bureau of Immigration? Hindi po kayo nag-iikot. Hindi po kayo nag-i-inspect. You just wait for the updates which are being given by the foreign nationals. And if I am the foreign national, I am engaged in illegal activity, bakit ko naman i-report ang illegal activities ko sa inyo? So I will be reporting only legit operations of our business or employment. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, we do respect ang Bureau po may mga initiatives din po na on its own arresting and monitoring foreign nationals without even the joint operations of any law enforcement agencies.
But let me go back to the question. Kayo po ba'y umiikot? Kayo po ba'y nag-o-ocular inspection nitong mga taong naisuhan nyo ng working visa?
Your Honor, we can do such activity if equipped with a mission order.
So what do you recommend, BI? What do you recommend? Because you are the agency principally concerned about the foreign nationals entering the Philippine jurisdiction. Having seen the loopholes na ang dami pong mga foreign nationals involved in illegal activities, what do you recommend now?
Madam Chair, with the present immigration law that we have right now, maybe in any aid of legislation we can propose strengthening further the immigration law so that we can have a visitation power, Madam Chair.
To be specific, Mr. Chair, we want the Bureau of Immigration to be proactive. Kasi based on their explanation about the mission order, the foreign nationals are just being directed to give updates on their activities. I think it should be done otherwise. Dapat Bureau of Immigration ang naghahanap dito sa mga foreign nationals instead of just waiting for the updates being submitted by the foreign nationals. Because I will say it again, if I am a foreigner engaged in illegal activities, bakit ko naman i-report yung illegalities ko sa BI? Siyempre, sasabihin ko lang yung mga legit. Tama po ba?
Madam Chair, may operating arm po ang Bureau of Immigration, Fugitive Search Unit and Intelligence Division. On top of the reports, whether it's in writing or in verbal reports, we do also conduct our own case build-ups, our own initiatives, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chair, contrary to the representation of the Bureau of Immigration, I understand that they are involved in the case build-up. They do conduct arrest and deportation as well. However, Mr. Chair, what I'm trying to point out is, as the Philippine agency concerned about the entry and exit and the stay of the foreign nationals in our jurisdiction, they must be proactive. They should not be relying merely on the information which are being submitted by the foreign nationals.
Congresswoman Luistro, meron ba kayo, immigration? Yung tawag natin na parang police immigration na siya nagmo-monitor ng ganyan. Meron ba kayo ganung arm dun sa inyong bureau?
Three operating arm, Mr. Chair. One is the Fugitive Search Unit. The other one...
Three operating arm. Anong function nun?
Authorized to arrest and apprehend foreign nationals, Mr. Chair.
Yun na rin kasama yung nagmo-monitor, yung mga sinasabi ni Congresswoman Luistro, that yung iba overstaying na, katapos na mag-aral, hindi mo na alam kung nasaan, di ba? Siguro, palitan yung pangalan nyo, gawin yung mga, siyempre, pag lalaman police immigration, tatakot yung mga yan. Kailangan, you have to be, yung optics, precise, na ito yung purpose, para yung mga nag-stay dito ng mga foreigners na apprehend natin. Sige, go ahead, yes. Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Chair, with that, I move that we direct the Bureau of Immigration to submit data as to the number of tourists who arrive in the country, the total number of tourists who later on applied for a working visa, the number of tourists who applied for extension, and the number of the grantees of working visa who likewise applied for extension. And with that, Mr. Chair, I think we will be able to assess if the monitoring system of the Bureau of Immigration is enough to help the Philippine government prevent the proliferation of illegal activities related to illegal POGOs, Mr. Chair. Another agency which I wish to ask is DOLE. Do we have DOLE here? May DOLE po ba tayo?
Kung wala.
I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, by virtue of the deputization that was given to this representation by SDS Don Gonzales, that we subpoena, or we invite the Dolly for our next committee hearing.
Inviting
The Dole.
the Dole. Okay, so there's a motion to invite the Secretary of the Department of Labor and Employment. Second the motion by Congressman Ace Barber. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved on behalf of the Committee on
The next agency
Public
that I wish
Public
to ask,
Okay.
do we have representative from the national level of the Business Permit and Licensing Office? How do we call that? Do we have a resource person from DILG?
We have invited the president of the BPLO. Andyan no, kasama natin yan. Ayan, si Malinaw?
Malaya, sir. Malaya,
Hindi
Mr.
pa tayo
Chair.
malaya sa mga illegal pogos. Sige, Congresswoman Luistro.
To the president of the BPLO, may we know how do you address, perform, implement the mandate of your office? Paano nyo po ba ginagawa yung mandato ng BPLO?
Good afternoon po ulit. Madam, let's just put it into context kung pwede po dun sa mga IGLs na lang po, no? So, I'll speak on the scenario or on the process in the city of Parañaque because that's where I am the BPLO. And incidentally, also where a number of IGLs are located. So, ma'am, kagaya po na sinabi kanina ni Mr. Chairman, ni Chairman Altenco, yung pong loan, yung letter of no objection is a requirement in setting up an IGL in the city.
Mr. Chair, if I may interrupt, let us assume, Madam BPLO, of the situation that the license has been issued already. After the issuance of the license by the LGU as well as by the PAGCOR, what do you do to monitor the activities of this supposed POGOs?
Yes po. We do conduct inspections, Mr. Chair, no? We do conduct regular inspection, and kapag ka po may mga complaints or request for a joint inspection, we do conduct, kagaya po ng ginagawa namin with DOJ under USEC NICTI, no? Ano po? They coordinate with our office and sinasamahan po namin sila for inspection. Also po, on the part of PNP, they have this REACT, Task Force REACT, na ini-invite din po kami and wherein we are a member, yung pong LGU. So we conduct inspection on businesses, yung mga negosyo po na into internet gaming, nag-inspect din po kami.
What is apparent here, Mr. Chair, yung mga illegal POGOs, they purposely do not apply and secure for a license. That's the representation of PAGCOR. And even the non-POGOs, even other establishments, if they are conducting illegal activities, of course, they will not be applying for a license or a permit. So, what measures do you have to be able to find these companies who purposely did not secure a license to facilitate illegal activities?
Madam, ang ginagawa po namin, we rely on complaints by the barangay or by the neighborhood. Ano po?
So that if there are no complaints, you will not be able to find out.
Yes, ma'am. In Parañaque, ma'am, we have 25,000 registered businesses and we only have 10 inspectors. So, performing yung regular job of inspecting yung mga new businesses. And so, ma'am, we rely mainly on information by the PNP, by the barangays, by our homeowners association. And after po namin maka-receive ng information, we immediately conduct inspection and we do joint inspection with the PNP and other regulatory offices in the city.
Are you trying to say, Madam BPLO, that the logistics of the BPLO should be strengthened to become capacitated to monitor and apprehend those involved in illegal activities?
Considering the limitations of the LGU, ma'am, I think lahat po naman ng government agency are not fully equipped to monitor all illegal activities.
Please do not generalize, ma'am, because we are the government. If only we will be adopting the whole of the government approach, like the Bureau of Immigration should be strongly coordinating with the DOLE should be strongly coordinating with the BPLO, I think we will be able to determine and find the whereabouts of these perpetrators of illegal activities. Yes, there are limitations, but if we will be working together, I think there are means to be able to deter and prevent this.
Yes, we fully agree with that, Madam Congresswoman. And kagaya nga po ng nabanggit namin kanina with respect to the sa PAGCOR, recently they have been communicating with us and we have been communicating with them as regards the IGLs. And yun din po sana yung request namin, which we have said earlier, is for the whole of government approach, ano po, with the BID, with the DOLE. We fully support that, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair.
May we ask the BIR, do we have BIR here? Our assumption here is only those working in licensed POGOs will be applying for a BIR registration, correct?
That last question, Madam. Thank
Yes. And are you coordinated with the DOLE and the immigration?
Yes, ma'am. I believe there was joint task force between agencies concerning the foreign nationals working in the Philippines. So we are aware of these foreign nationals, and we are conducting audit investigations.
Mr. Chair,
Regarding
to
this.
test the consistency of the records of the BIR, along with the DOLE and the Bureau of Immigration, I respectfully move that we direct the BIR to submit a list of the registered income tax payers of foreign nationals who were issued working visas. Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to what? To what?
Directing the BIR to submit a data of the foreign nationals who were issued working visas and paying income tax here in the
Okay,
Philippines.
there's a motion by Congresswoman Luistro for the documents that will be submitted by the BIR. Is there any second motion?
Wait, clarification muna.
Okay, clarification.
Kong Jervil, in general, lahat ng aliens, irrespective
Foreign
of whether...
nationals only, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
for us to see if the records of the Bureau of Immigration is consistent with the DOLE along with the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Okay.
For my last question, Mr. Chair.
Wait. Hindi pa po natin nabibigyan ng action. Second motion. There's a second motion. Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved.
Last question, Mr. Chair. Another way of perpetrating these illegal activities like the one stated already by Yusek Cruz of PAOK is by way of coming up with various identities. And the #1 agency that is concerned about this is the PSA. Do we have the PSA here? Mr. Chair, do we have the PSA here? May I respectfully move as well that we invite the PSA for our next committee hearing.
Okay, duly noted. Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved.
Do we have the LTO here?
No, we haven't. No,
Do-
we didn't invite the
Do we have the
LTO.
DFA here? There's no DFA also. I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that we both invite the LTO and the DFA for our next hearing. This is to expound on the statement a while ago by Yusek Cruz about the multiple identity of foreign nationals, which makes it difficult for all of us to establish their identity and much more to determine their whereabouts.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman.
in as much as we would like to know all these things, but it's gonna divert our attention to other issues that are already handled by other committees, Mr. Chair. So it might, take us away from the issue of POGOs.
With the indulgence of Congresswoman Luistro, because in the Committee on Public Accounts and Committee on Dangerous Drugs, we are tackling that issue as well. Are you willing to tackle that
I wish
issue?
to believe, Mr. Chair, that most of the personalities behind the illegal POGOs are those with multiple identities. To shed light to the proliferation of the illegal POGOs or internet gaming licensees here in the country, we need to uncover who these personalities are. And that will be possible only if we will be aided and assisted by the agencies concerned about the issuance of the different proofs of identification. That includes the PSA, the DFA, the LTO, and even the Bureau of Internal Revenue, who's here with us already.
Okay, with that, we will be inviting over the PSA, the BIR, what else?
DFA, Mr. Chair.
DFA,
LTO.
and LTO. Okay, noted.
Can I have one last question, Mr. Chair? One last.
Sandali, babang ko muna. Go ahead.
May I hear from PAGCOR, Chairman Altenco? One question.
That will be your last question,
Yes.
because you extended your time already.
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I understand that there are junket and VIP operators. Even in legit casinos and online gaming licensees. I receive reports already about Filipino citizens who were victimized of contributing money to their operation for a promised big incentive or interest, and then suddenly they could not find them anymore. Can you enlighten us on this, Mr. Chair?
Congressman Luistro, I believe you're referring to a Filipino national in the name of Henry or Hector. Henry and Hector, magkapatid po yun. Pantaleona ho yata. Sometime in 2023, PAGCOR, specifically my office, had received reports that the said person was soliciting investments from possible investors, and he was promising big returns. When we investigated the matter, and then, well, next to that, the Securities and Exchange Commission also notified PAGCOR that there was this said person who was soliciting illegally such investments. So we looked into it, and we found out that it is true that he had solicited not only hundreds of millions but billions of pesos. Especially, ang pinakamalaki po mga victims came from Region 1. And then, marami po sa Region 4. Gayon din naman po sa Region 11 sa Mindanao. As of December 31, 2023, I had came out with an order to ban Mr. Hector and Henry Pantaleon. Hindi ko po maano na yung exact, no? I had instructed our department, the GLDD, who is in charge of all land-based casinos, to immediately issue a ban on the said brothers in all licensed land-based casinos and also in the PAGCOR operated land-based casinos. Sa ngayon po ay meron po siyang warrant of arrest. Ito po ay lumabas na siguro po mga 2 buwan ang nakalilipas. But unfortunately, up to today, his whereabouts ay hindi pa po matukoy. But from what I know, the PNP is also looking for him, and I believe that sooner or later, hopefully, mahuhuli po siya. Although, there are also news reports that the said person has already left the country. So, totoo po yun, ma'am. And very clear, he used the junket operations in land-based casinos to lure possible investors, not realize the investors placing or providing financial investments to this person, not realizing that it was basically a scam. So,
what assistance can we give to these victims who gave money to this Pantaleon brothers?
Congressman Luistro, that will be
The last question.
an extension of your time. So
Thank you for the extension, Mr. Chair.
No. No extension. I will be allowing that last question, but after the reply of the good chairman, no more question, please. Okay? I'm sorry, because it's already 3 o'clock, but we still have lineups of interpellators.
The Pantaleon brothers are apparently not licensees. However, they use the representation of being engaged in POGOs, in online gaming operations, to be able to solicit funds from the public.
yes, ma'am.
The latter knowing that this is a scam. Okay?
Opo.
Most of the victims are Filipino citizens. Some are young people who do not truly understand the extent of the scam which is being committed by these people. As the office which is in charge in issuing license to gaming corporations, Mr. Chair, may I just ask, ano ho bang tulong ang pwedeng ibigay ng PAGCOR sa mga naging biktima nitong Pantaleon brothers?
Ang amin lang po, una po as far as I know, meron na pong kaso against the brothers.
There are a lot of victims, Mr. Chair, who are also very willing to come out in the open and file their complaints.
Ang may tutulong ho namin, I was just discussing with Attorney Janice of PAGCOR. They can go to us and we can help them and cooperate so that we can bring forward to the authorities yung pong kanilang mga complaints.
The Pantaleon brothers
Okay.
are last of the
Congressman
last, Mr.
Luistro.
Chair. Last of the last.
Is that part of
promise.
the POGOs?
Yeah, because the representation is also POGO operation.
POGO operation.
Mr. Chair, is it possible that these Pantaleon brothers are sub-licensees of the licensed POGO operators?
Congressman Luistro, I just want to correct your I hope you don't mind. Hindi po siya nag-represent na dealing or involved in any POGO operation.
That was the representation outside, Mr. Chair.
I'm sorry, but all the complainants who have met me were saying that it was he represented himself as a junket operator. Sabi ko nga po, ang the best na naiisip ko lamang, mangyaring i-refer sa amin at kami po the best that we can do is to also report it and refer it to the authorities.
Okay, that's it.